Welcome to the Menopause Map Minute, the space where women in midlife come to find clarity, confidence, and calm as they navigate the wild, wonderful landscape of menopause. I'm Cynthia Penner, Menopause Health Coach and author of the Menopause Map book series. My mission is to help women understand what's happening in her body, mind, and emotions so she can walk this path feeling empowered, not overwhelmed. Here, you'll find two types of episodes to support your journey. The first are our medical minutes, short, evidence-based conversations that unpack the why behind what's happening in your body. You'll learn about hormones, sleep, energy, brain fog, and all the changes that come with midlife from a scientific yet down-to-earth perspective. The second are our mindset minutes, gentle, soul level reflections that help you reconnect with your strength, reframe old stories, and rediscover joy in the middle of life's transitions. Because healing isn't just physical, it's emotional and spiritual too. Every episode is designed to give you one clear takeaway, something you can understand, apply, and feel right away. So take a deep breath. Grab your coffee and let's walk this path together, 1 minute, one insight, and one breakthrough at a time. The brain hormone connection. If you've ever walked into a room and forgotten why, lost your words mid-sentence, or burst into tears over something small, you're not alone. And you're definitely not losing it. What's happening is your brain's neurochemical balance is shifting in direct response to changing hormones. Estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone don't just control reproduction. They're deeply involved in how your brain communicates, processes emotion, and stores memory. Estrogen, in particular, is a key player. It helps your neurons form new connections, a process called synaptic plasticity, and it boosts levels of neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine. When estrogen's level fluctuate wildly during perimenopause, those communication lines in your brain begin to glitch. It's like your Wi-Fi connection suddenly going unstable. One moment the signal is strong, you feel focused, upbeat, and social. The next, it drops and you feel foggy, irritable, or disconnected. Add in progesterone's calming influence fading and testosterone's motivational spark dimming, and you've got a perfect recipe for what feels like mental chaos, forgetfulness, anxiety, brain fog, and mood swings. So, time for a science snapshot. Studies show estrogen directly influences hippocampal function, the brain's memory center, and helps regulate blood flow and glucose use in the brain. When estrogen dips, glucose metabolism in the brain can drop by up to 25%, reducing energy for concentration and recall. At the same time, lower progesterone reduces GABA activity, which increases anxiety and sleep disturbances. So, why does mood and memory feel off? Mood changes aren't a sign of weakness, they're a neurochemical ripple effect. When serotonin and dopamine fluctuate, your emotional thermostat becomes unpredictable. One day you feel motivated and connected, and the next, flat or reactive, often with no clear reason. Estrogen's role in serotonin regulation is so strong that many women describe feeling like they're living on emotional quicksand. The ground keeps shifting beneath them, and their usual coping strategies don't work like they used to. Meanwhile, brain fog, that frustrating sense that your thoughts are wrapped in cotton, come from a temporary slowdown in neuronal communication. When estrogen drops, your neurons literally fire less effectively, making multitasking, memory recall, and focus harder. Imagine your brain as a highway system where traffic once flowed smoothly. During menopause, road crews show up without warning. Some lanes are blocked, detours appear, and your usual routes take longer. You still get to your destination. It just requires patience and a whole new navigation. Remember, stress makes this worse. Elevated cortisol, your stress hormone, competes with estrogen and disrupts blood flow to the brain, tightening that mental fog even further. Time for a science snapshot. MRI studies reveal that perimenopausal women experience temporary decrease in gray matter volume in areas linked to attention and memory. However, these changes are reversible. Once hormones stabilize, the brain remodels and strengthens those same connections. This means the fog, forgetfulness, and emotional swings are not permanent. They're part of your brain's adaptive rewiring process. So let's expose inflammation, cortisol, and blood sugar, those hidden brain disruptors. There is one more important layer why your brain feels unpredictable during perimenopause and menopause. It has nothing to do with memory, personality, or willpower. It has everything to do with your internal chemistry and how your body uses energy. When estrogen begins to fluctuate, your brain becomes more sensitive to inflammation, stress hormones, and blood sugar swings. Estrogen is naturally anti-inflammatory and it helps regulate how your brain cells use glucose. When it drops, the brain becomes more vulnerable to anything that disrupts stability. This is why some days you feel clear and calm, and other days you feel foggy, overwhelmed, or emotionally flooded. It is not just hormones. It is the way your brain is responding to your entire internal environment. Inflammation from foods, lack of sleep, or stress can make neurotransmitters misfire. Blood sugar spikes or dips can create sudden irritability, shakiness, or mental fatigue. And elevated cortisol, the stress hormone, can tighten the blood vessels in the brain and interfere with how your neurons communicate. Imagine your brain as a beautiful library. Normally, the aisles are clear, the shelves are organized, and you can find what you need. But inflammation is like fog settling over the library. Blood sugar swings are like lights flickering off and on. And cortisol is like a loud construction crew working outside, distracting everyone inside. The books are still there, the knowledge is still there, but it becomes harder to access with ease. When estrogen is stable, it keeps inflammation down, stabilizes blood sugar, and buffers you from stress. When estrogen fluctuates, that protective shield weakens, and the brain feels every little ripple much more intensely. This is why diet, sleep, and stress feel like a make or break factors in midlife. The brain relies on a steady flow of fuel and calm chemistry, and hormone fluctuations can make that balance harder to maintain. You are not dramatic. You are not failing. Your brain is recalibrating in an environment where its usual support system has shifted. Time for a science snapshot. During midlife, hormone changes. The brain becomes more insulin sensitive and more reactive to inflammation. Studies show that chronic stress and blood sugar instability reduce activity in the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for focus, planning, and emotional regulation. Meanwhile, inflammatory markers increase in response to hormonal fluctuations, which contribute to brain fog and heightened emotional sensitivity. These shifts are reversible when the brain adapts and stabilizes in postmenopause. So let's wrap it up. Your brain isn't failing, it's rewiring. Every hot flash, foggy thought, or teary moment is part of your body adjusting to a new hormonal landscape. You are still sharp, capable, and resilient. Your neurons are simply learning to operate in a different environment. When you understand what feels emotion is also biological. Compassion replaces frustration. Your brain is doing what it was designed to do: adapt, evolve, and protect you. So, the simple step for this week: give your brain what it needs to thrive. Prioritize sleep. It's when your brain cleans house. Add protein and healthy fats. They stabilize blood sugar and support neurotransmitters. Step outside daily. Sunlight helps regulate mood through serotonin production. And if you feel foggy or emotional, remind yourself, this isn't decline, it's recalibration. You're not losing yourself. You're becoming a new version of you, because understanding your body is the first step to flourishing through menopause.